if you're one of those people where you just love multiplayer,
The
I
Modern Warfare,
remember
yeah.
I remember the original. I haven't played through the campaign. Have you played through any of their campaigns?
The MW3.
What would you say about it?
It's a good gameplay, but I think they made it too short. I think it ended too quickly for a story that was so great.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Refresh me on this. Remind me on this if I'm wrong. Is Reznov the Modern Warfare or the Black Ops antagonist? Think about the Modern Warfare campaigns. That's all on you.
Because what happened was oh, you already know, you know about the Black Ops. Never mind.
Mm,
The MW3, all I know about it is like the Captain Price, Soap, and Makarov. Like they were like that's one of the main. That's why I like it
okay.
because of those three, you know.
A little fact about Call of Duty. No Battlefield.
Mhm.
It released before Call of Duty did, and since both games were basically the same concept, Battlefield could have sued Call of Duty because they had copied them, sort of.
How?
But they decided to not because they were being nice, I guess. And so, that's that. Let's go up the game chain in order. We already covered the Modern Warfare, so those are out of the way. How about... Have you played World at War?
No.
No.
Oh, no. I
No.
haven't. Never mind.
World at War is basically, It's basically World War II, but 9 years older than World War
Okay.
II.
Oh, okay.
It follows your protagonist who got captured at a Japanese base. Yeah. One thing leads to another. You're leading a revolt across Japan.
Mhm.
And campaign, I wouldn't recommend playing through it.
Which one? The
World at War.
uh,
But I think it was a kind of good game because it's kind of what introduced me to zombie. No, wait. No, wait. Forget that statement. It's kind of it introduced the zombies concept, and it further and what you see what zombie is now. It's one of the most beloved things in Call of Duty.
yeah. It's one of the biggest things on the the Call of Duty histories.
And like I said
Brought
earlier,
the
it was almost a scrapped idea, which would have been a bad idea.
mm, it's what brought everything up. It's
hmm
what got them more money, and bringing those DLCs made it even better.
Yeah. And then what's the game after that? Game after that would be Modern Warfare 2, but we already talked about it. What would be after Modern Warfare 2? Black
Modern
Ops
Warfare
1.
3.
No, but like in order when they came out. Black Ops 1.
Oh, order. Okay. Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops 1 it's a really good one.
I haven't played their campaign because I never owned Black Ops 1.
You got.
I never had a
I was gonna
PS3.
say. If you had a PS3, I would have gave you more Black Ops 1.
Nah, I don't have a PS3. Yeah, I never
And
played the
Black
campaign.
Ops 1, that's whenever Reznov dies.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's coming clearer now. But
Alright, cause continue.
and then Black Ops 1 multiplayer. It was decent. It was decent for
Yeah, it was alright.
for Treyarch's first, second multiplayer game. Zombies. Black Ops 1
Mhm.
is where everyone got introduced into zombies because no one really bought World at War. And Black Ops 1, they made it seem like it would be the game of the century. And that's what pretty much introduced me to zombies. Kino, I think, is where like everyone starts, and then they made their way back to World at War. And was like, hey, this is pretty good. After that would be Modern Warfare 3, and then on to Black Ops 2.
Mhm.
Have you played Black Ops 2 before?
Yeah.
What'd you
The
What'd you
Black
think?
Ops 2, the Black Ops 2, I think they could have like, I don't know, I think they could have done the story mode like the ending a little bit more better.
Yeah, me too. Have you played the campaign?
Cause yeah, the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I think they
Okay.
could have made like the ending way like a little bit more better. Honestly.
The only time I got to play the Black Ops 2 campaign was when I bought the disc. Uh, I got, I went to my friend's house and he was like, he had it half completed. And so, I finished it. And the only part I really
Mm.
remember is like the end where like, the agent and the commander got multiplayer. What do you think about Black Ops 2 multiplayer?
Black Ops 2 multiplayer. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's alright. It, like that was mm, that's what got me playing Black Ops more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like to find out like what's what's ahead. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel you.
yeah, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I see you.
Like, I'm trying to. That's what got me more interested into the multiplayers, 'cause like with the new maps and stuff, and like the Nuketown. That's like a
Uh-huh.
classic. That's classic.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that in the Black Ops 1 was Nuketown. Nuketown
The
was going to
Nuketown.
be remastered 3 times.
I think. Look, one thing I don't like is that they made it all futuristic.
Uh, I,
You know what I'm
I,
saying? Like I mean, Black Ops. Excuse me. Like Advanced. I mean, yeah, Advanced Warfare. I mean, I thought that was alright, but then they came out with Infinite Warfare, and like it was all high tech. You know?
I feel like games now are being set too much into the future.
Yeah.
So, with
I
that
mean,
being said, what would you
I,
think about? Oh, sorry, continue.
yeah. You continue. Go ahead.
What would you think about games like World War II? Games being set in the past.
Like that's the thing. Like games being set in the past, I think that they like that they've already done them. You know?
Hmm.
And like they just like you said earlier, like World at War. They just created. They redid it. Better graphics. You know, better. They just updated it. You know?
Uh-huh.
Gave it a little bit more
Re. Hmm.
juice.
See.
Yeah.
Um, Black Ops 2 Zombies. I feel like in Black Ops 2, Zombies really made a breakthrough with the game mode because Black Ops 2 introduced us to Transit, Die
Yeah.
Rise. None of really are too good of maps, but then we got the really good maps like Mob of the Dead and Origins. Those are two classics. Everyone loves those maps.
Mhm.
And even though I know how you say you love Transit, but everyone hates Transit.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, like, I didn't like Transit, like, but like as soon as I found out like where all the parts and everything was at, that's what started making me get like it more. You know?
Mm-hmm. I feel you. Next game would be Call of Duty Ghosts. Have you played
Oh
Ghosts?
no.
No?
I've played the ending.
Hmm.
Like they made the ending horrible. I thought it was horrible.
How is their multiplayer?
Their multiplayer. I really haven't played the multiplayer.
I haven't really played through campaign nor multiplayer, but I have played a lot of Extinction. Have you played
What is
Extinction?
the extinction? No, what
Extinction
is
is
that?
basically a different outtake on zombies. Instead of like zombies, they're aliens called cryptids, and I'll get into this later because I'll just get into it later. But
All right.
cryptids, yeah, basically you had to drill through these alien pods. The Earth was ending basically. You had to drill through these alien pods to get through the map. And it was
Mm-hmm.
really easy Easter egg. I think if you were playing through like your first time, I think you'd love it. But um, I didn't think it was too good at first, to be honest. Or I don't think it's too good now, to be honest.
Honestly, I think Call of Duty
Hmm.
should make an alien one. If they're trying to get that into the future, might as well.
Hmm. Oh, hey, Ulysses. Did you know? Do you know that Call of Duty is made by 3 different people? Uh, I just want you to make you aware of this. Are you aware of this?
No, I am not aware.
Okay, so 3 different people make Call of Duty, and they basically take turns, like every 3 years. And they started this pattern. I think when yeah, I think they started this pattern when Black Ops 2 came out, because the pattern is Treyarch, which is the Black Ops series, Infinity Ward, which is the Warfare series, and
Uh,
Sledgehammer, which really doesn't have a series yet, but they just made Advanced Warfare and World War II. But yeah, I just wanted you to know that a Call of Duty will come out every year. It's just that they're not made by the same people.
so each of them, so like Treyarch is made by one, Sledgehammer is another one,
Uh huh.
and then so I think like Treyarch and Sledgehammer like they stay on like Treyarch stays on Black Ops, Sledgehammer stays on
Uh huh.
NW,
That's pretty much the pattern they try to keep.
and the other one like he just does random ones like Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Infinite. You know
So
what I'm saying?
basically, yeah. So Sledgehammer basically tries to make their games work. Is what I'm thinking. They like. So we're getting way off track here. So I just wanted you to know that it's a pattern. It's like so Sledgehammer just released a game last year. That means
Yeah.
Treyarch's gonna release a game this year, and then next year, Infinity Ward's gonna release a game, which is probably gonna be
Alright.
another Warfare game. But anywho, back to Black Ops. Um, what was I gonna
What
say?
do you
Oh yeah.
think about? Oh, continue. Go ahead.
No. I wasn't gonna say anything. What I think about what?
Oh, have you played NW, the regular Modern Warfare?
I've played through some of the multiplayer, and I did like the beginning course of the campaign, which is like the test trial. I basically stayed on that
Mm-hmm.
for an hour trying to get the best time. Yeah. Keep going. What about,
Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna ask what game were we on? Oh
What
yeah, we were
what
on
game was I
Ghosts.
on?
We were on
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Did you get this too? It's just the thing that says join.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, what is it?
Fabian.
Um, so yeah, Extinction could have
What
been
is
better.
Extinction? I've never played that.
Yeah, it's basically alien zombies. They took a
Alien
good
zombies?
concept. It's just that it didn't turn out the way like everyone wanted it to. You know.
Oh, yeah. It didn't meet their expectations. Yeah.
Next game would be. Don't be. Next game would be Advanced Warfare.
Oh, Advanced Warfare?
Huh? Have you played through campaign?
Mm, yes, one time. And
What'd you think of it?
there was, I don't know, like, I can't remember. I mean, it was good because, I thought it was good. Because, like, it has a mixture of everything. Like, it goes from C.
Yeah, that's something I'd certainly be interested in seeing. What about the multiplayer?
The multiplayer, I mean, their game modes are alright, you know?
Oh, so they had other game modes than like the basics, team deathmatch, search and destroy. They had different game modes than that, or
Mm-hmm.
oh, what they have?
Uh, Hold on, was Infected? Who came out with Infected? Which one came out with
I
Infected
don't remember
first?
who came out with Infection.
Cause I
They came
would
out.
say that one, but I don't want to be wrong.
Uh,
Oh no, cause it was on Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare
I
came out with
remember that.
Infection. Uh,
I think so. Cause I remember seeing it on Modern Warfare. I think Uplink was a new game mode.
oh,
You know what I'm talking? Where you get the little ball
yeah,
and you
I
gotta
know what
take
you
it
mean.
to the other side of the map. Yeah, gotta
Um,
capture the flag basically.
yeah. Exo Zombies. Have you played Exo Zombies?
Oh no, no I
No.
haven't. I wanted to.
I played through like Burger Town and Descent. That's it. Well, I'm
So how
sorry,
was it?
Infection and Descent. But basically, Burger Town was a hard but easy map. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like once you got to know it, it was easy. But like getting through like beating the map is hard because there's so much steps that are too tedious to get through. And then what else was there? Descent honestly was my best map. Something I would like them to bring back though, what is the mark system. Basically what happens is that you know how you can buy like ammo off the walls on like in every zombies map basically.
Yeah.
So what they did is that if you're full on ammo, instead of buying more ammo, you can up your weapon a mark, which
Mhm.
means higher damage. When you get to a high enough mark, it gives you more ammo. I think the mark system was an interesting system that they should bring back at some point.
That would be a good. Yeah, I think that would be good.
But that's basically the equivalent of Pack-a-Punch. So there is no Pack-a-Punch machine.
What do you think about the Pack Punch?
That's something we didn't talk about either, is it? No. Pack-a-Punch. I think Pack-a-Punch was added in Derice back in World at War. I think
Mhm.
basically I think the pack-a-punch machine was a good idea, and it still is. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
uh,
Cause like it takes it to a whole nother level.
uh-huh, like, you know what I figured out the other day?
What?
The highest round achieved in zombies, and it was done on Nocturne Totem. So basically, in World at War, they had this rule where no more than 25 zombies can spawn at a time. No, I know it was 25 zombies around. It's just that they were a little bit stronger than the zombies now.
Uh-huh.
So anywho, basically all you had to worry about was 25 zombies around. And this dude had the flamethrower. Flamethrower did infinite damage on infinite rounds. It's because his game crashed.
Bro, I would have been mad. I
Me
think,
too.
yeah, I think I've seen it. I've seen it on Facebook.
If I'm correct, he spent 36 hours. I don't know. I
Bro,
couldn't bring myself to do 36 hours of straight.
straight game.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh no.
maybe 12. Very, not very likely, but not very likely 24, no 36. That would get me. And we're getting off track again. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we were on Ghost. Oh yeah, Advanced Warfare. Talked about Exo Zombies. Exo Zombies was a game mode with good concepts, just not good overall. After Advanced Warfare, we got good old Black Ops 3. What'd you think of the campaign in Black Ops 3?
I barely started playing it and I didn't like it. Not one bit.
Yeah, it could have been better. I agree with that. Um, Multiplayer.
Multiplayer, one thing, I don't know. I really don't play multiplayer. So,
Something
and if
interesting.
I do, I only play on Nuketown.
See, bro, Nuketown's there again. It's back. Nuketown's an absolute classic.
Hmm.
But anywho,
I think
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
you think what?
oh no, go ahead. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, but Black Ops 3 multiplayer. I like the blackjack system. I think that was an interesting thing that they added to.
Oh,
Like, you know, you can earn this currency via playing multiplayer. Once you get enough, you can buy supply drops. I think you're able to do that in Black Ops 2, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure when they introduced that concept, but I really like that system. Zombies wise, I believe Black Ops 3 was a giant leap forward for zombies.
mm-hmm. I think it is.
We got They added some new stuff. They took some stuff away. Rip my boy PhD Flopper.
Recon searching for targets.
But altogether, I think it was a really good game.
Enemy bomb incoming.
Or it was a really good like DLC season for Black Ops 3 for a chair game. Next game, Infinite Warfare.
Oh no,
Have you played the campaign?
no. but I heard it was garbage. I heard the whole game was garbage.
Kind of is. I'll be honest with you. No one really liked Infinite Warfare, but campaign. It followed basically a man who's it's basically like World War II. A man who's a war hero, and he. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played the Infinite Warfare. Are you planning on playing the Infinite Warfare campaign?
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Are you
blacked out for a
planning on
moment.
playing the Infinite Warfare campaign?
No, never.
No, never. Well then I can spoil it. I would. Your character basically at the end it basically shows that how a man has to part with everything he's earned throughout his life because he dies.
Wow.
Oh yeah, speaking of too far into the future, this is way in the future. I think this is Fallout in the future. This is like Fallout numbers into the future.
What do you think about Fallout?
Fallout is honestly one of the best post-apocalyptic games I've ever played. The Fallout franchise as a whole is really good. I like everything about it.
I don't know, like on Fallout 3,
Uh-huh.
I think one thing, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I sucked at it or because, I don't know. But like it had so many quests and like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Dude, Fallout is a game that you don't want to complete just once. Like, you feel more accomplished, like, because I think in every Fallout game there's different paths you can go. And to me, Fallout is not a game that you just finish once. You have to complete it multiple times to feel like truly good about
Yeah.
leaving that game alone for a while.
I don't know, like I think they could have had like another game mode. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Kind of like Black Ops, like the zombies or something
Mhm.
like that, you know? Like survival or something.
Oh yeah, I see you. I
But
see you.
like it's like basically copying them, but
Yeah.
more apocalyptic.
So,
Apoc
yeah.
yeah.
So, Fallout was created way back. Like, I
Yeah, yeah.
think it just hit 2000s and Fallout was created. And then 5 games have been created since then. It's Fallout 1, 2, 3, Fallout 1, 2, 3, Fallout Vegas, and then
And then
Fallout 4. And I'm hoping that this year at E3
they come out with a. Oh, bro.
that
I want to go to an E3. I want to go to one.
me too, but I'm hoping that this year at E3 Bethesda will announce that they'll be releasing like a Fallout 5 or not even a Fallout 5, just a Fallout game in
Oh,
general.
Fallout.
Because honestly, since Bethesda took hold of Fallout, I honestly got more involved in it.
Alright. What do you think about Ubisoft and the Splinter Cells?
Ubisoft makes the Tom Clancy games, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Tom Clancy and Far Cry. Never personally played through the Far Cry games, so I can't go through any of those. Rainbow Six, I love it. I love its
Yeah.
concepts, especially the new game mode they're adding. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically zombies.
I never seen that.
I forgot what it's called. It's called
Alright.
Operation something.
What about Splinter Cell? Have you ever played any of the Splinter Cells? Any of that?
Space Fox? Is that what you said?
No, Splinter Cell.
Oh, no, I haven't. I've never even heard of it.
Never? You're missing out. I don't know, like
Um,
I played Splinter Cell. I played one, and like their game, like the story mode, like it's pretty good, but like it leaves you with an ending that you wonder, you know,
like what? What do you mean? Like
like
what,
like
a cliffhanger ending or like an
yeah,
ending that
cliffhanger
just?
ending.
I thought you mean like one of those endings that like everything gets resolved except for that like one thing that's like most important to everyone in the community.
No, I think it's a cliffhanger,
Okay.
cause like right, like I think it continues on to the next Splinter Cell.
Recon aloft. We have eyes in
Oh,
the
I see. I
sky.
see. Ready? Back on track to Call of Duty. We're only 2 games from finishing. We talked about campaign. We didn't talk about multiplayer. What do you think? Well, you haven't played Infinite Warfare. Multiplayer. It was terrible. I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
They kind of copied. I wouldn't say they copied, because those were technically original ideas. They added these things called rigs. Basically, a rig is like the classes in Black Ops 3.
We need reinforcements.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you can pick a different one, and it has like a unique ability, unique skins for it, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the rig system kind of copied zombies. Zombies in Spaceland, their first zombies map. I think it was pretty good, and then it kind of like digressed per map from there. Like Raven the Redwoods is
Enemy recon
decent. It
aircraft
wasn't that
observed.
good though. And Shaolin just absolute
Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky.
terrible. And then Beast from Beyond, which brings back Extinction,
Mm-hmm.
cryptids, the aliens. They basically
Yeah.
remastered that idea. They're like, hey, Extinction was pretty good. Let's somehow work it into this game. And what they basically said is that it was a movie. But yeah, the main premise of Infinite Warfare Zombies is basically 4 characters are teleported into horror movies, different horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Beast from Beyond is basically them being teleported into another movie
Recon airborne.
that they had previously that they had made in their previous game called Extinction, which I thought was a good idea. And overall, the super Easter egg for that map was well made. Like, they took an amazing concept. They could have done something better with it though, but they took an amazing concept, and I think it was overall good. World War II, can't really talk about it yet since not all of its DLCs are out, but its campaign was really good. It talks about how a young boy. Have you seen or played World War II?
No,
No.
never. Nope. I've only seen a little bit of the zombies. That's it.
I'm gonna play through one of the. I'm gonna play through one of the campaigns one of these days, just so you can like see what it is and what it's about,
Recon airborne.
Mm-hmm.
and live stream it all. But anywho, um, basically about this young boy who loses his brother,
Yeah.
and this is like amidst the end of World War One, and he gets drafted into World War Two. You go through D-Day. You go through basically every important mission to exist in World War Two,
Yeah.
and you get a happy ending. There's some cool character switches in between different chapters of the story. And turns out that where the dude lived where the dude lived in the game isn't actually too far away from where we live.
Where does he live?
He lived in Longview, which is over by Dallas.
That isn't that far. How far is that? Like 6 hours?
6 hours about, yeah. And that's about it. That's all I have for the Call of Duty series. What's your opinion on the Call of Duty series as a whole?
Call of Duty on all of them.
Like all of the games. What's your like opinion? Is there something you hopefully wish to see further in the Call of Duty series? Like,
I hope to see. I don't know. I hope to see that they change up all that futuristic things.
so about that, something they actually said in a trick flight for hiring someone is that they needed someone with modern weapon experience. Experience in animating modern weapons. So that people are saying that tells us that, you know, Black Ops 4 is going to be taking place in modern time.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's pretty interesting. What's another game franchise? What do you think of Paladins?
Paladins.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great game, hands down. You know.
Hands
I
down.
think. Yeah. Like I think they can. I don't know. I really got nothing to say about it. I mean, it's just a great game.
I agree. Some things that they could do better, I think, is that do you know who the creators of Paladins are?
Nope.
They're high res, and I can't think of any games off the top of my head, but let me look some up. High res, I've heard that somewhere before. Smite Paladins. So basically, there's a sequel to Paladins called Paladin Strike. I didn't know that. But anywho, High Res is basically the people who make. You ever heard of Dota?
No.
So they basically make these games called MMORPGs. Where basically you go around, collect money, and collect items.
Move out, take position.
Basically, like a giant free roam. You ever heard of the Sword Art Online?
No, I haven't.
No. It's basically like zombies, except less restricted. And there's no zombies. You go around, collect money, buy weapons, buy supplies and stuff, you know. And that's that's what I love about Paladins, is that it basically takes that same concept and puts it into an online multiplayer. And that's just amazing. I would have never even thought that could have existed. So kudos to High Res.
Have you ever played Ken and Lynch?
Huh?
Have you ever played Ken and Lynch?
I have not. I've never even heard of half these games you're speaking of. Like,
Alright, what do you think about Mortal Kombat?
Mortal
NetherRealm
Kombat.
Studios.
NetherRealm Studio. I think Mortal Kombat is a good franchise.
Yes.
A good franchise. It's been running on for a long time, longer than Call of Duty, I believe.
Yeah, it came out like in the 1990s.
It did. I think
I don't
Mortal
know.
Kombat is better because it's had, I think, games that are older, like game franchises that are older, are always better
Mhm.
than the newer ones because they've had more time to fix stuff and work with something that they didn't have. They had more time to fix everything and stuff. I feel like I feel like Mortal Kombat is a great game because it's been out longer.
Yeah, I think that's why people buy it more, because it goes all the way down in history.
No matter how old you are, I bet you've at least heard Mortal Kombat once or twice.
Mhm.
You know, bro. You know what I wish? I wish like we still live in like the day of arcades.
Dude, honestly, same.
Honestly, bro, that's where it's been like most of my days. It's the arcade.
For real. But now we gotta spend most of our days here
Mhm.
in the house.
Basically doing the same thing.
Mhm.
Speaking of old games, I saw something. I saw a meme the other day that really got me thinking, and it was like games from 1990s. And
True.
like
That is
that's
true.
really how it is. Video game companies have gotten too greedy about the game and not like worry about the game itself. I feel like
Mhm.
Treyarch Call of Duty is an exception, but they worry about both.
Mhm.
But, I feel like that's how it's gotten. Like, game companies worry more about the money than the game.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I don't like. Like they care about they're like mostly in it for the money instead of,
Hmm.
pleasing the fans. 'Cause that's
Hmm.
what gets them the money. Like Call of Duty, like they started, well, like that guy, he started coming out with Infinite Warfare and all of that.
Hmm.
I think that's what made people not like it.
And we've all seen the EA memes, oh, you need to pay $60 extra just to see this,
Mhm.
all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to think about it. It's not just EA that's doing that, it's everyone that's doing that now.
I think one thing that stayed true to the games is Rockstar. The
Rockstar?
Rockstar gaming. Yeah,
Oh,
like the GTA and all that.
mm-hmm,
I think
I
they
see.
stayed to the gaming. Like they really didn't care about money. That,
Yeah,
that's what I personally think.
me too. Like, hey, bro, we're gonna make a GTA, regardless of how long it takes, regardless of how much money it costs, we're gonna make it, and it's gonna be
Mhm.
great. Rockstar really pulls through with their games.
Yeah, like they actually put in the time and the work
Mm-hmm.
to create the good game. And
But
like
you
they
gotta
got
think, like,
good hours of gameplay.
but like the Call of Duty developers, usually they would take as much time as they needed on the Call of Duty. But now they have like people have kind of created like this pattern for them, like, hey, you got 2 years to make a new game. We don't
Mhm.
care what the quality is, we just want the game because that's what you've been doing. I think if that wasn't really made, I think Call of Duties would be better. Like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare had so much potential for them just to do what they did with it.
Mhm.
Um, and that's all I got. That's all I gotta say on that. Did you hear that Call of Duty copyrighted one of my live streams?
What?
Call of Duty copyrighted one of my live streams.
Call of Duty is one of your live streams?
No, Call of Duty copyrighted it. They got me for copywriting something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's this map on Black Ops 3. Evidently, you can't play the intro cutscene of it without being copyright striked for it. So, I mean,
Hold on. What they tell you?
they're like, hey, YouTube was like, hey, this was copyright claimed by Activision. And like,
Mhm.
you know, since it's your first time, we're gonna let you off with a warning, but you know, they run on the three strikes you're out system. You know, you're allowed three
Oh, okay,
copyright
okay.
strikes before they ban you. Have you
Mm,
have you played any games from the Doom series?
no, never.
No, Doom to me, I think every Bethesda game made by Bethesda is good. Because Bethesda's like Rockstar, you know, they put the work in their games.
Yeah, they put the work in, the time, yeah.
And like, you know, like I was saying earlier, I hope they release a Fallout. They're announcing to release a Fallout this year, next year, but you know, I don't want them to feel rushed with it.
Yeah, I want them like to take their time, make it good, you know.
Mhm. Um. Yeah, Doom's a really good, well-made series. Um. Doom is one of those. Doom is still. The Doom is still one of those games that I think remains like, you know, the first half of the meme, you know, oh, I just unlocked 5 bonus levels because that's what you can do in Doom.
Mhm.
So in the latest installment, Doom 4, they they basically hid some of the levels from their first game into the game, so you'd
Mhm.
go from this like high high resolution graphics to like this 90s pixelated art style.
Mhm.
And you know, that's what I liked about it. It's the first half of the meme, when every other game is like the second half. You know, What do you think of the EA games? The Battlefront series, FIFA,
The
Madden.
battle, dude. I think, mm, I hate him. I freaking hate him
Oh, wait, no,
because
not
I always
Battlefield,
lose.
Battlefront, Star Wars.
I've never played Battlefront. Like, mm, I think Star Wars is. I think I know a lot of people say it, but I think Star Wars is for nerds.
I'm cool with that. I'm a nerd. I approve. Um,
Like, I don't know. Like, I bet if I put my time into it, I bet I'd like it. But like I don't. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying?
I feel you. What about their sports games, FIFA, Madden,
The sports
MLB?
games, I freaking hate them because I always lose. But besides that, I mean, they're freaking good. Like they got like all the like they keep it all updated with all the new players, everyone who switched.
I
You know?
feel you. Hey, I'm cool with that. I have Madden 17. That's about it. So I can't really say too much about. Why'd I pick this sniper? Too much sway. Anywho,
Oh.
is there any other
All
game
right.
developers?
What do you?
Huh?
All right. Let's talk about some Nintendo now.
Ooh, okay, okay.
What do you think about the Mario's?
Super Mario's when it started. I think from when it started, I think it grew. I mean,
Mm,
you can't walk the streets today without so knowing who
yeah,
Mario
yeah,
is.
yeah. All right. I see. I see.
And I feel like Mario is probably one of the most popular games in our time, even though most people haven't played it.
Yeah. Like
Um,
all the classics and all that.
mhm. And then I started with Super Mario, and then went to Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. 2. I think Super Mario Bros. 3 was kind of the peak of the Super Mario franchise. You know, because it
One
was,
thing. Go ahead.
because, you know, everyone loved that game, and that's kind of when they stopped selling consoles for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, no one really bought anything for a while. What were you gonna say?
I uh. What was I gonna say? I don't know. In all the new Marios, I think they could have added Luigi as you know, just that character.
Like, the character that's there.
Yeah.
Did you know that, something I learned that before Donkey Kong, you know Donkey Kong, that game that everyone knows and has seen at least once
Oh
on
yeah.
TV? There was a prequel to that game that Nintendo called off shelves because it thought it would ruin Mario for everyone. It was called
Mhm.
Mario's Circus, and basically it would show Mario torturing Donkey Kong by making him run on a barrel, burn his own hands with balls of fire, and whip him, you know, like a
Yeah.
circus gorilla.
Mhm.
You know, that game was kind of meant to explain, like, what the events of Donkey Kong. But they called it off because they didn't want anyone to know about that game. And then came the development of,
Yeah.
I feel like, if I'm getting too far into something, just stop me.
Alright.
Because I don't want to get in too far into this and, like, get all emotional about stuff. But
Alright.
I've personally never owned a Nintendo console. I maybe like a DS. I owned a DS.
I'm
That's
leaving
it.
this party. I'm leaving. I'm leaving this party.
I owned a DS. That's it. Because I've always wanted an Xbox. But
Uh-huh.
I saw the numbers and I'm like, whoa, Xbox isn't where it's at. PlayStation's where it's at. Because like
Mhm.
I said, they sold triple the amount of units.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, you know, people must love PlayStation if they sold triple the amount. And so I ended up getting a PlayStation 2. Or rather, we ended up receiving a PlayStation 2.
I think
And you think what?
I think the old consoles are the best.
The Earth what?
The old consoles are the best.
Oh yeah. Um yeah, dude, what was the first console you owned? And what games did
A
you have
game.
on it?
I think it was the GameCube or the PS2. One of those two.
What'd you have on GameCube?
The
Did you have Smash Bros?
yes, a classic, bro. Best one out there.
I don't know.
I had, I remember I had this one Donkey Kong game. We had to beat the bongos.
Mm.
That is pretty good.
Uh, something else.
Mm,
Um, let's move on to Pokemon. What do you think about the Pokemon franchise?
I never liked Pokemon, honestly.
You know, like
Like
Pokemon.
I've tried watching it and like I just couldn't.
What do you think of like the trading card game?
I never liked none of it.
And have you ever played through any of the
What?
like the original games like Red and Blue, or even recent ones like um oh Mega Ruby and Omega Sapphire? Have you played any of the
No, I'm not.
DS games? No.
The DS games, the
Yeah,
only
like
ones I've ever,
I'm pretty
I've
sure
never
you
had.
never had a DS.
Yeah, I've had a DS, but I've never, had a freaking oh man, Pokemon games. I got stuck. Yeah, I've
See,
never had a Pokemon game.
I don't know. Okay, me neither. I mean, I've only played the card game. That's about it. Hey, bro, I found out why everyone loves to play on PC better than anything else.
Why?
Because on PC, you don't have to purchase an online extra.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you don't need PlayStation Plus. You don't need Xbox Live. Nope, you just need to have a PC in the game.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate all Axis forces.
And bro, seriously, there's a lot better games on PC than there could be, ever be on console. Have you ever heard of the Counter-Strike series?
No.
Let's talk about Counter-Strike for a minute. Counter-Strike is a game made a long time ago that
What's
basically
it about?
it doesn't really have a campaign. It's just an online multiplayer, but it's really what started multiplayer games. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It started the whole supply drop system. It started the whole in-game buying system. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the latest Counter-Strike game is CS:GO, or Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And I swear, dude, if you just look it up on YouTube, the videos for this game are insane. This is the most... I haven't really played it myself because my computer's like a work computer, not a game computer.
Mm-hmm.
It runs only what it needs to, not anything else.
Uh,
And so, CS:GO would always be laggy, but yeah, Counter-Strike I think is probably one of the best multiplayer games of this time. I love it. It's got pretty much any game you can ask for. It's got capture the flag. It's got search and destroy. It doesn't have uplink and not infection. I'm pretty sure that's it. I swear, dude, the funniest people I find on YouTube are CS:GO gamers. Like, have you ever heard of Raccoon Eggs? Raccoon
I'm sorry,
Eggs.
I did it again.
Oh, have you heard of Raccoon Eggs?
Nope.
Swagger Souls. Raccoon Eggs, Swagger Souls, Fits, Call Me Carson. Those are basically all the big people who play CS:GO, and those are like the funniest guys I know.
Uh-huh.
What's another game that we could talk about?
Something,
Or basically just anything we could talk about. Anything that's like ever existed that you want to talk about.
what's something? I honestly don't know.
Um,
What do you think of Far Cry?
I've never played Far Cry. I wanted when Bethesda released Primal, I wanted to get it, but instead I got Black Ops 3.
What about The Last of Us? Have you ever played that?
I've never played The Last of Us. I know it's like the. I think I know what it's about. It's about what I'm thinking about, or maybe I'm just thinking of another game. Isn't The Last of Us the one where the dad like protects his daughter against like a zombie apocalypse or something? Something
I
along
think
those
so.
lines.
I think so.
Enemy recon
I'm not
aircraft
sure.
observed.
Or,
I've never really played it.
I haven't played it either. What is your opinion on the sniper rifle?
Which one? For
Just
mini
in
game or?
general. No, just in general, like the weapon. A weapon that is in the sniper rifle class. What's your opinion on sniper rifles? And how they've changed the game community?
Oh, they've changed like so much. Cause like some snipers, like I don't know, most of them are the same, just by the
Mm-hmm.
scope. But some zoom in more, and some don't. They got that night vision. Some don't.
Enemy care package observed. Stop there, resupply.
So
Mm,
you're talking about like variety in the rifle.
yeah, yeah, the varieties and all the new things you can equip to it.
What's your opinion on sniper rifles back then versus sniper rifles now?
They've up,
Throwing grenade.
I think they've updated a lot. Like,
Incoming enemy artillery. Get
how
to
do I
cover.
say this? I don't know how to put this. Like, back then they never had a suppress. Or they never had one where they give them coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that's a thing, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Stun grenade first.
No, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I feel like, with the exception of World War II, because basically they just copied all the World War II snipers, but snipers nowadays have, like, I agree, have gotten like more evolved than the ones like say back in like Call of Duty 4. Like I think like
Hmm.
the intervention will always be a classic, regardless of who you are. You seen the you know the intervention? Modern Warfare games.
Nah, I've never seen it.
That's like the original 360 no scope sniper.
The original. What do you think about the DSR 50?
Um, I'm not a sniper multiplayer man. I don't really put a rifle in my hands, but I would use it occasionally, and I think it's good for certain situations. Like, you know, you got that one dude that's super far away. Your AN can't hit him. He's too far for a grenade chuck, you know. You get good old DSR. But there's also the... It's better than the ballista, guaranteed.
Yeah,
I would use the DSR over a ballista.
yeah, me too.
What is your opinion over Call of Duty's zombies wonder weapons?
Honestly, I don't even know what a wonder weapon is.
Wonder weapon like the Wunderwaffe, the little black hole gun from Shadows of Evil. Any gun that doesn't shoot bullets, basically.
Stay wary. Pick your shots.
Hmm.
The ray gun counts as a wonder weapon.
Oh, okay, okay. Also like the thunder gun,
We have tactical advantage. Keep firing.
right? Or no?
Yeah, ray gun, thunder gun is a wonder weapon. If it's a gun and it doesn't shoot bullets, it's a wonder weapon. It's my
I
definition.
think that those are some bomb guns. You know, like they changed up
They changed up how
on
zombies work.
yeah. Like they introduced newer things.
Hmm.
You know, like on Black Ops 2,
Possibilities.
like they yes, yeah.
Sorry, on Black Ops 2 again. What are you saying?
Black Ops 2, like the isn't the thunder gun on it?
Yes. Wait, I don't believe the thunder gun is on Black Ops 2. I think that's the only game the thunder gun hasn't made a feature in.
Keep this up.
Or like mm, oh,
It's in Black Ops 3.
oh yeah. Yeah, there we go. Like in Black Ops 3, like oh, how do I say it? They give more
Enemy recon
I
aircraft
don't
in
know.
the air.
I don't know. I can't say it. I don't like I don't know.
It's like innovated how zombies works. And
Yeah.
what's something else we could talk about?
Hold up real quick. I'm gonna go use the restroom, right?
Oh, yeah, take the mic with you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hmm?
I said take the mic with you.
Enemy
Boy.
counter recon aircraft.
Nah, bro, really don't do that.
Oh my gosh, I was already taking it.
We'll take it.
Recon aircraft awaiting orders. Recon searching for targets. Recon searching for targets.
For anyone out there, comment what you think about our topics. Comment without, if you have an opinion or anything, just comment your opinion.
Care
And
package
we'll read it
descending.
and we'll
Protect the TC.
maybe acknowledge it.
Recon flight concluded. Enemy care package observed. Deny the enemy resupply. Enemy counter recon observed. Ground our aircraft. Bursts commenced. Targeting enemy aircraft.
This is what I want done inside. Yo paso mi tiempo y quiero solo pisar the fact. No, it's like so fly for it. Fucking dying. The second dying back in 2000. saw. No one else can see. Run me. Just that go to door. That go to door. That go to door. Excuse my singing. I went to duffel barrel. Secrets of your life.
Recon airborne.
Hey bro, can you do a favor? Can you put those in the refrigerator? Your mom, AWOL XD. Can you even know what the scrambler does? And if it's useful to me or not? I need an airborne class. So I can kill people in silence. Someone stole my car radio and now I sit in silence.
The one in the prison and the one on the table?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. Got him. Hiroshima nuke him. JFK Racing. It's lonely here without Ulysses. Oh my gosh. Ugh. It's a Bort night. It's a ball of booby. Bor boo. I didn't know that dude was still in the party. That dude probably like left his PlayStation alone for a while. And then just like, nah, this dude's getting weird, I'm gonna turn it off. Re.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, cool. Because, you know, I was looking at my phone, you know what I just noticed?
What?
4:15 in the morning.
I know, boy. Alright, while I was in the restroom, I thought of something.
Okay,
What do
let's
you
hear it.
think about these new school rappers compared to the old school?
I think the old school rappers had more, like, depth and meaning to their music.
They have
Not
more what?
more meaning and depth.
Yes.
Not to say as to these guys don't. It's just that, you know, it was more emotional.
Losing both.
Alright, what do you think on Little Xan saying that he's better than Tupac?
Who?
Little Xan.
I don't know who that is. I only know like five new age rappers, and that's because they're
Or
memes.
like XXX Tentacion. Like he said
Yeah.
he was better than Tupac.
Nah, no way.
What do you,
It's because he's a narcissist.
Have them on the run. Kill them all.
I mean, I'm pretty sure someone that shouts that he can't keep his in his pants isn't really better than someone who raps about actual political problems.
yeah, oh, forgot what it was called. How could I forget? I forgot. No, like Brenda's Got a Baby. Have you ever heard that song?
I have not.
It's like this. Alright, so whenever he was younger, they always made him read articles and about things and stuff with the government and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And there's this one thing that happened with blacks and the whites, and that this black lady, she got raped by her cousins and her uncles, and she had a baby, and then she started selling dope. She started selling crack on the. She started selling crack,
Mhm.
and she had a baby, and she didn't know what to do with it, so she ended up dying and everything.
See,
Like what I'm trying to. I don't know. He's
there's a
basically.
story behind every.
Yeah. Yes, there's a story behind every song.
Nowadays, they're just writing music to write it.
Mhm.
You know, same. You see, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Today's music is starting to be like today's games. It feels rushed. It feels undermade. It feels like no one put
Yeah,
any time
yeah.
and effort into it. And there's
Yeah.
the old school, which had a lot of meaning, a lot of depth. Everyone spent a lot of time planning this out and stuff. No,
Care package
Yeah, I
disabled.
see.
everyone nowadays is all about efficiency rather than not efficiency. It's another word that starts with the letter E. I don't know. Just worried about getting it done though. Don't get me started on these white rappers nowadays.
White rappers. Oh my gosh.
Eminem was good.
Oh, besides him, yes.
Vanilla
Yeah.
Ice. We all know what happened to Vanilla Ice. The Paul brothers. Let's talk about the Paul brothers for a minute.
I do not know who the Paul brothers are.
Jake and Logan Paul.
Oh my. Okay. Okay.
So, what do you think about what do you think about this these brothers and their
Honestly, I think they're freaking idiots.
they are
Like,
idiots.
the stuff they do, like Jake Paul. Why would you go to a suicide forest and
Enemy
laugh
recon aircraft in the
at,
air.
Yeah.
at a dude who's hung?
I feel like
Firing battery one. Target
they
position
they
confirmed.
don't think when they make these. They just like
It's like they don't think before they do.
I mean, I got some context on that too. He said he was gonna go to Japan and he said he was gonna respect everything, try to learn about their culture, and this dude goes around disrespecting everything he sees, like not even like discreetly either. He just does it. He does it, and he wants people to know that he is doing it.
Attention. That's what I think
Yeah.
it's for. Attention.
It's for the sweet YouTube YouTube revenue. You know, like they said, they have millions of people who they know would watch their videos.
They're just out being jackasses.
They're just out doing whatever, and people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, and then I think that's what causes most of the the world to do
We carried the day.
more stupid stuff.
Mhm.
Cause those two, they're like people look up to them. They want to be like them,
Uh huh.
and most of the stuff they do, the other kids want to do it, and then they do it. That's what causes. I don't want to say deaths, but
You know, people, stupid people who
gets
know
people
better.
hurt. Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you on that one, on a personal level. Um, there was one. What do you think about how YouTube has evolved? Let's talk about YouTube for a second.
Oh, YouTube.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think it's. Mm, I think they've let like stupid people, like stupid, like the Paul brothers. I think they let them do stupid things
Mhm.
and just allow it.
But the thing is, people on YouTube haven't been hit by the meme yet. You know, that's what we're gonna refer to this from now on is the meme. They haven't been hit by the meme yet. You know, their content. Some people still actually consider, what they're gonna do with their content. Make sure it's good and everything. Take time on it. Instead,
Yeah.
hurry up and rush something out. I feel like
Yeah.
most of YouTube hasn't been hit by the meme yet.
Hmm.
Yet.
Like, do you know who Dashi is?
Move out.
I do know who
Eliminate the
Dashi
enemy.
is.
What do you think about him?
I think he's a
Remember
decent
your
gamer.
training. Make us proud.
Makes. I feel like his sketches when he first came out, super original. I love them, and then they just start feeling repeated after a while.
We're dominating them. Keep pushing.
You know,
What do you mean?
you can only milk a cow so much before it runs out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see you, I see you. I said, like, I think, like, I don't think, like, he's trying as much as, like, he used to.
Hmm.
Like, I think he, I think, like, he just gave up, kind of. Cause, like,
I mean, we live in an age where like joking about something. There's two kinds of people in this world: people who joke about everything and people who joke about nothing.
hmm
There's no in between. If you make jokes, you're gonna make jokes about serious stuff that you know might get you in trouble. And there's people who
yeah.
are gonna be like, nah, don't joke about that. That's too serious. And you could be joking like about a box of crayons. Um, I personally think I'm the first one. There's no limits to my humor.
I don't think there is either.
I mean, I will literally joke about anything as long as I think of it myself. I don't like stealing people's jokes.
One thing, I don't know, there's like one thing I don't like joking about, but like I still crack jokes about it, is
Hmm.
death.
For real though. I mean, I joke about it, but I don't joke about it like, I joke about it, but not in a way that would hurt somebody. Like, someone's family member just died. I'm not gonna joke about it then.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of messed up. Even I have limits.
Yeah, like everybody's human, you know? Like even if people don't show it, you know, they're still they still, you know, they're still human.
Hmm?
Still got feelings.
And I feel like, speaking of serious issues, this is not a joke, this is just a random segue that I just came up with. Speaking of serious political issues, what do you think about the incident at Parkland and how people were taking care of it?
In Florida?
Yes.
Oh no. Honestly, I don't even know about that anymore. Like, I think all that's getting out of hand.
I think it is too, but this goes back to the, like, I have a personal belief. It's, don't give your kid what you wouldn't give yourself,
What do you mean?
Like, if you don't trust yourself with it, why would you give your child,
Yeah,
why would you give your child one,
yeah. Yeah, okay. I get you.
People are saying it's all these video games. People are saying it's these violent video games. People are also saying it's these hardcore metal bands, which we'll talk about here in a second. What do you think about people scapegoating all these things?
What is that?
Like,
What is that?
basically blaming it on them, blaming these metal bands,
Oh,
blaming
blaming.
video games for all the violence in the world.
I think for all the violence in the world, I mean, because at the end of the day, people say take away the guns. I mean, the guns don't help people. The person who has it, the person who's controlling it, because the gun just can't get up and boom, you know.
Some things they said they would do to regulate it is like put special like checks, raising the. This is probably the most illogical one, is raising the age limit for guns. You gotta consider how old these kids are, dude. They're 15 through 17 years old.
Now see, that's whenever I don't think kids should have any, you know. I honestly think that's too early. Even though kids do go crazy.
Well, I'm gonna end it there, bro, because I was just told to go to bed.
What?
I was just told to go to bed. So we're just gonna end it there.
Alright.
Let's end it on a happy note. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 probably gonna be one of the best games of the year.
Hands down, probably.
Probably. Calling it right now. It's probably gonna innovate most of the community. I bet it's gonna be great. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Or later today. See ya.